Welcome, hockey fans, inside Malmö Arena in Malmö, Sweden, as we get set for puck drop on this matchup between Malmö Redhawks and the Frölunda Indians in Game 4 of this quarterfinal matchup. There you see Jonas Gunnarsson between the pipes for Malmö, as both Nielstorp and Olsenfelt are injured. Well, I believe Olsenfelt is sick and Nielstorp is injured. And Johan Gustafsson between the pipes for the Indians. 907 save percentage in 3 games started so far in the playoffs. Leading the way in the points category for the Malmö Redhawks so far in the playoffs is Robin Alvarez. He has 2 goals and 1 assist. But this has been a relatively low-scoring series, so neither team really has any players that have jumped out on offense. The only game, of course, 5-4 victory back in Game 2 for Frölunda. The other 2 games were both 2-1 totals. On the other side of the ice, Frölunda's led by Ryan Lash, who, unfortunately, like I mentioned, not in the lineup for the Indians tonight. He has 3 assists. And we are underway as this shot fired just wide of the net. Now we've got a penalty upcoming right now as Malmö controls, and they'll touch up. It's going to be a hooking call, and I believe this is going to go against Frölunda and Malmö with an early opportunity here on the man advantage. It's going to be Adam Holmquist showing the box. As he gets the stick right up in the midsection of Eric Forsell, who sends that one wide. So an immediate opportunity here for Malmö, as this shot finds its way right to Gustafsson, who gloves that one out of the air and will hold on for the stoppage with just 21 seconds elapsed here in the first frame. Top of the circle, controlled now by Rakshani. He'll play this down to the half boards, now gets it back at the line. Top of the circle, controlled by Olofsson. Back to Rakshani, cross ice pass. Rakshani takes it back in the high slot, lets the shot go, tipped, and that one sent on, and a beautiful finish there by Fredrik Storm as he gives Malmö the early 1-0 lead, and that's exactly how the Redhawks wanted to start here at home. Down 1 game in this series. They obviously wanted to get on the board first, and it didn't take them very long. Just 37 seconds elapsed here in the first period. Malmö with the early man advantage opportunity, and they capitalized just 20 seconds into it, as Fredrik Storm gets his first point and goal of the playoffs. And you see the initial shot by Rakshani hits a stick out front, and then Storm with a quick little pull to the backhand feathers that one up and over the right shoulder of Gustafsson. Back underway as Frölunda moves it back into the offensive zone along the left side. Jan Mersic with a shot right on. That one steered aside as Gunnarsson gets his first test of the afternoon. Rakshani controlling now. He'll lift this one out to neutral ice and all the way back into the Frölunda zone. This will be an icing call going against the Redhawks with just over a minute elapsed here in the first period. 1-0 to score already in favor of Malmö. And now we've got some rough stuff after the whistle here in front of the benches. In the midst of a change there, as some players get mixed up with each other. And now it looks like Frölunda is going to be issued another penalty here. And so Malmö will get another man advantage. 2 man advantages for Malmö in the first minute and 10 seconds. They've already capitalized on 1. And Frölunda needs to be a little bit more disciplined here. Clean win back to the line as Anderson controls. He'll play this one to Rakshani. Rakshani from the half boards will fire this one in deep all the way around. Hustling over as Anderson, not able to hold it in, however, as that one evades him all the way back into his own zone. Elmerson pursuing, but he's able to move it over to Rakshani. Plays this one to the center of the ice. Into the offensive zone to the top of the circle is Fredrik Storm. Now back to Anderson. Anderson to Storm. Storm trying the backdoor shot to Olofsson, but he couldn't quite connect with him, as that was another good scoring opportunity for Malmö. Olofsson controlling. He'll play this one back to the line to Rakshani. Long shot right on, as that one is steered aside by Gustafsson. Now along the end boards, this one will be pinned there. As Malmö trying to take this one back in the corner. Looks like they will now as Storm, the goal scorer, will play this one back to Anderson. Niels Anderson from the top of the circle. He'll turn back and tries to play back to Rakshani. Good poke check, however, forces this one out to neutral ice. As Rakshani will gain center, now sends this one cross ice to Storm. And this will be a delayed offside against Malmö as Handemark touches up, and we'll have a whistle with 65 seconds to play here on the man advantage for the Malmö Redhawks. And that one didn't look like it actually cleared the line. And so a bit of a break there for Frölunda, as the Indians move it back the other way. They'll fire it all the way into the Malmö zone. Gunnarsson leaves there behind the net. Working it back the other way. And now Daniel Czar, our featured player of the game. Top of the circle shot, Gustafsson with the save. And now the net is knocked off here by Matt Donovan, who went into the net unchecked. As Robin Alvarez with a good chance from the top of the circle. Or he did take a little bit of a bump into the net there. Forced by Daniel Czar into his own net. Robin Alvarez with 3 points, like I had mentioned in the first 3 games, 2 goals and an assist, as he has been the most effective offensive player for Malmö. Face-off coming to the right of Gustafsson. 35 seconds remaining on the man advantage for the Redhawks. Clean win back to the line, controlled by Anderson, as that top play or power play line still out there for the Redhawks. Now Rakshani at the line. Playing this one down to the corner to Olofsson. Back to Rakshani. Rakshani, cross-ice pass to Anderson with the shot. Big rebound out front, and Gustafsson has it under him, as he's able to close the legs, sits on top of it and holds on for the stoppage. Malmö looking for an early 2-goal lead here in the first frame. Oh, looks like it hit a player out front, deflects to Gustafsson. Christopher N facing off against Handemark in the circle, as N is able to kick this one behind the net. Olofsson first to arrive, has that one poked away from him, however, as N in the corner battling against Handemark. N able to play this one to the top of the circle, and Frölunda will send this the length of the ice, and that should just about do it for the man advantage. And so 1 for 2 already on the man advantage is Malmö, as Frölunda has spent the majority of this first period a man down already. From the corner now, this one will be played to the half boards, and now back to the blue line. Able to hold that one in is Donovan, who will sweep this one in deep. Jens Olsen controlling behind his own net, gets checked off the puck, however, as this one is kicked back up to the half boards. Now trying to play it back to the line. Now Donovan with the one-time attempt, that hits a body out front. And Malmö trying to work it back the other way. Rosedal rather, at neutral ice. Checked off the puck, and Frölunda able to take it back as they retreat back into their own zone. Almquist playing this one off the boards, up into the Malmö zone. Stefan Ward controlling. He'll play this one up to his own half boards, and now Czar trying to move it back the other way. Intercepted by Grundstrom, however. And now Rasmus Dahlin will flip this one in deep. Daniel Czar in the corner. Stefan Ward now from the end boards. Gives it back as Frölunda take it back in the offensive zone. Dahlin firing this one in deep. Dahlin, of course, playing the Game 2 hero. That one deflects right on. Gunnarsson with the save. But like I was saying, Dahlin playing Game 2 hero, as he was able to rip one home late in the third period to give them the 5-4 lead and the 5-4 victory, after Rhett Rakshani gave Malmö a 4-2 lead with about 8.5 minutes to go. Erased very quickly by the Indians, as they scored a couple quick ones right after that, and then Dahlin finished it off on the man advantage. Face-off coming to the left of Gunnarsson. Rakshani controlling from his own zone. He'll play this one cross ice. Back the other way now from center. That one gets sent at a sharp angle, but it's steered aside. And now walking right out front, trying to jam this one home. Gunnarsson with the save as Westerholm gets tied up, and now Alvarez gets tossed to the ice. And now we've got another penalty coming up here to Frölunda. And it's going to be Patrick Westerholm. And Malmö will get another man advantage. Malmö has their third man advantage, and not even 5 minutes elapsed so far. There you see Westerholm coming in and just cross-checking Robin Alvarez down to the ice. But here you see the opportunity out front by Pontus Westerholm. Now back to the line as Malmö gets set up on the man advantage, looking for the 2-goal lead. Right, Rock-Shawnee tipped right, just wide of the net as this one is collected now behind the net, played back to the line to Rock-Shawnee. Rock-Shawnee down to Olofsson. Olofsson controlling, looking for the backdoor pass. That one is poked up and over the stick as Frölunda work it back the other way shorthanded, and this is going to be an offside call. And that's just a bit of a lazy play there by Frölunda, as that was easily able to see that was going to be offside, and just for whatever reason decided not to stop up and keep himself onside. And there you see the tip just wide of the net. And there's the goal from Friedrich Storm. As Frölunda, early penalty trouble here in Game 4. Ekberg behind the net, controlled by Gertz. Pestered there by Christopher N on the forecheck short-handed as this puck finds its way to the corner. Now coming away with it is Lucas Howden. As Howden works it back the other way through the neutral ice up along the left side. He'll flip this one in deep. Gustafsson behind the net, throws it around the boards. Daniel Czar first to arrive, sharp angle attempt off the side of the net. As Lucas Howden controls, and Malmö will look to get set up. Howden will throw this one in deep all the way around for Gertz to control in the corner as he'll play this one back to the line to Czar. Quick cross-ice pass over to his defenseman as this one deflects off a stick into the corner. Alvarez there, battling against Gunnarsson as this one finds its way back to the line. Now Daniel Czar lets the shot go. That one tipped wide. All the way around, hustling over, can't hold it in. As Ekberg will fire this one quickly up to Daniel Czar, but it's just offside as one of the Redhawks still waiting to evacuate the zone. As the faceoff will remain in the neutral ice with 38 seconds remaining on the man advantage for the Redhawks. Rock-Shawnee controlling in the neutral ice now. He'll play this one cross ice as this one gets fired in. Coming away with it now is Handemark. He plays it to Olofsson. Back to line to Rock-Shawnee. Anderson with the shot, and he scores! Neil Anderson from the line rips one home and gives Malmö the 2-0 lead. Just 23 seconds remain on the man advantage. Malmö have a couple of power play markers here early in the first period. Olofsson plays it to Rock-Shawnee. Rock-Shawnee quickly over to Anderson with the one-timer, and Handemark just getting out of the way of that one as it finds its way just past Handemark, and it looks like over the right shoulder of Gustafsson, kind of threading the needle there between his own player and the goaltender. Handemark providing a great screen out front, and Niels Anderson gives Malmö the 2-0 lead early in the first. As this one will be swept in deep, and now Frölunda really needs to be responsible. They've taken 3 penalties in the first 5 minutes of the game. Is just, well, I'm sure the coaching staff would agree with me when I say it's just unacceptable really from Frölunda as this shot finds its way on target as Gustafsson steers it aside. And now Storm trying to feed that bouncing puck out front. Rasmus Dahlin coming away with it. He'll play this one off the boards, and Victor Olofsson carries into the offensive zone. Olofsson from the top of the circle lets the shot go, and that one ripped up high all the way around the boards. Now controlled in the neutral ice as Norstebo will play this back to his defensive partner as Donovan retreats back behind his own net. Now over to Norstebo. Norstebo working it back the other way through the neutral ice at center. As this one finds its way into the Malmö end. Able to take it back, however, as this one gets sent the length of the ice. And this will be an icing call going against the Redhawks with 12:38 remaining here in the first period. Great start from the Malmö Redhawks, as Red Rock-Shawnee has assists on both goals so far. In the neutral ice now, controlled by in his own zone rather, controlled by Mantilla as he sends us up to center, and now back into the offensive zone is Malmö looking for more. Over to Daniel Czar. Czar with a sharp angle attempt sends it behind the net. Just a little bit too tight to get a shot on target there. Now centering pass out front. Finds its way harmlessly through the crease as Frölunda work it back the other way. Malmö controlling now Into the offensive zone, splitting the defenseman is Robin Alvarez. Alvarez with the wraparound attempt, and that one just couldn't quite tuck it home, as Robin Alvarez almost gave Malmö a 3-0 lead. As this one deflects off a stick up into the air, and controlling now is Matt Donovan. As Frölunda try to move it back the other way, a little bit back on their heels at the moment. Christopher N will play this one in deep, gets it himself along the end board, centering out front, but it deflects to the corner. And back to the line. Heavy shot from Almquist finds its way wide of the net. Dahlin pinching down low into the corner. Rasmus Dahlin controlling. He'll play this one behind the net. And that one finds its way to Adam Almquist, who finds himself deep in the offensive zone. And now shot right on by Christopher N. Rebound out front, covered up by Gunnarsson, as he'll hold on for the stoppage with 11:31 remaining here in the first frame. 2-0 the score in favor of the Malmö Redhawks. Face-off coming to the right of Gunnarsson as Frölunda pressuring here. And the referee is going to send Tuukka Mantillo back off. Too late to get a change going. Niels Andersson remains on the ice. Joel Lundqvist facing off for Frölunda. Fredrik Handemark will be waved out of the circle, replaced now by Lucas Howdem. Jens Olsen now will play this one off the boards. And Malmö look to work it back the other way. From center, he'll fire this one in. Coming away within their own zone, however, as Frölunda, as Almquist plays this up the ice, tipped into the offensive zone by Lundqvist as he pursues. Takes Jens Olsen hard into the boards. Getting some help from Andersson. Olsen able to come away with it in the corner, as this one is poked behind the net for Andersson to control. Niels Andersson will fire this one down the ice. Frölunda controlling. Almquist sending this one cross ice. Very close to too many men on the ice, but a heads-up play not to touch that puck. As Frölunda almost took their 4th penalty in the first 9 minutes. And now Dahlin with some nice moves into the offensive zone. Gives it up in the corner, however, as Mantillo controls. Tuukka Mantillo will fire this one out to the neutral ice. Back the other way is the Redhawks. This one will be sent all the way around the boards as Gustafsson stops it up. Now Dahlin gives this puck up to Forsell as he'll feed it in deep. Hard check along the end boards there. Controlled now by Fredrik Storm. Storm from the corner. And now feeds this one to the circle. Nice little pass there to Handemark. And now, or rather Forsberg, as this one gets poked down below the net. And now all the way back down the ice along the left side. Controlled here by Ekberg as he'll fire this one cross ice. And that'll deflect up into the Malmö bench for a stoppage. And this face-off will come in the neutral ice with just over 10 minutes remaining here in the first frame. Bouncing puck in the neutral ice. Now it's center. Malmö work it back the other way. That shot finds its way wide of the net, all the way around the boards. Collected by Gertz now in the corner. So he'll play this one below the net. Back to the line is Malmö controlling in the offensive zone. Ward with the long shot, hits a body out front, doesn't find its way on target. As Malmö controls this one to Czar, Daniel Czar. Looking for the cross-ice pass, Stallberg can't collect as Ekberg does. And now Max Gertz into the corner as Ekberg plays this one down to the half board, or down to the end boards, and now gets back along the half boards. Daniel Czar with a sharp angle attempt. That one finds its way to the corner. Frölunda struggling to get out of their own zone, but they will now. Back through the neutral ice, and Rakshani takes it back. Out to center, Rakshani into the offensive zone. Nice little move there. Frölunda coming away with it, however, as this one gets sent out to center ice, and now back into the Malmö zone. Jens Olsen in the corner. Check thrown in the corner there as Weimenborn can control. This one will be thrown around the boards. And Norstebo will play this one to Christopher N. Back to Norstebo. Norstebo top of the circle. Now from the dot, sharp angle attempt off a body and deflects to the half boards. Matt Donovan forces this one along the end boards, and Jens Olsen will play it back the other way. Intercepted nicely there by Christopher N. And in the corner gets tripped up. No call on the play. Rosalie Olsen will play this one down low. From behind the net, he'll play this back to Donovan. Donovan over to Norstebo. Stable long shot right on. Big rebound out front. Covered up by Gunnarsson as he'll hold on for the stoppage. 2-0 the score in favor of the Malmö Redhawks. Let's take a look now at some stats. And there you see Malmö heavily out shooting the Indians at the moment, 10-4. Missed shots 5-2 in favor of Malmö. Hits 8-2 in favor of Frölunda. Faceoffs 10-6 in favor of Malmö. 3 power play opportunities for Malmö in the first half, or in the first 5 or 6 minutes of this first period. 7 power play shots, 2 of which found the back of the net. So Malmö's power play at the moment is 66.67% efficiency. Not too bad. Another game going on at the moment. Lefty and Farjestad, of course, locked at a scoreless tie at the moment. And as Farjestad battling for their playoff lives, left you with an opportunity to sweep that series. As we are just about set to resume here in the first period, Redhawks look to tie this series at 2 games apiece to force at least a game 6. Like I mentioned, this series the whole way through has been very tight. And in fact, Malmö is the only team to have a more than 1 goal lead, and they've done it twice here in this game. And then, of course, in game 2, as they were able to take a 4-2 lead in the 3rd period, which was swiftly erased. Malmö controlling now as this puck finds its way out front, but now deflects to the corner, thrown all the way back to the line, hustling over. Able to hold it in there was Mantilla, as he'll get taken off the puck, but he's able to poke it down to the half boards, trying to send that one to the slot, but it's blocked. And now a huge hit thrown on Almquist from Friedrich Handemark as Frölunda work it back the other way. Olofsson into the offensive zone, stops up at the blue line. He'll sweep this one in deep. Widerstrom along the end boards, Mantilla taking it back. Friedrich Storm now will lift this one out to neutral ice, gloved out of the air, as Frölunda work it back into the Malmö end. Nicholas Arell now controlling. He'll play this one to Stefan Ward. Out to his own blue line. Hits Kim Rosedal. Rosedal into the offensive zone along the half boards. Behind the net now as Jan Mersic will play this one up the boards. Back the other way into the Malmö end. Forsell takes it back, however, as he'll play this one off the boards out to neutral ice and all the way back into the Frölunda zone. Nyberg playing this one to Hjalmarsson, or rather Siglet, who plays this one up the ice and now into the offensive zone. Sebastian Stolberg sent out to the circle as Malmö work it back the other way through the neutral ice. This one will be played in deep. And now coming away with it is Norstabo, as he'll play this one to Westerholm. Arell now in the corner. Bouncing puck, Stolberg can't control, as Alvarez collects in his own zone, sending this one cross ice. And this one will be played in deep, as Alvarez leaves the puck behind there. Christopher Henn coming away with it in his own zone. Nice little tip pass off the boards. Back the other way is Rosalie Olsen. Trying to feed that one out front. Arell whacks it to the corner. Now back to the line for Frölunda. Controlling in the offensive zone, Almquist lets the shot go. That hits a stick. And now Malmö work it back the other way through the neutral ice. And Malmö will be whistled offside here. And now Alvarez and Freiberg go at it along the boards after the whistle. 5:43 remaining here in the first period. 2-0 the score in favor of Malmö, as 2 power play markers on 3 power play opportunities open the scoring in this one. Fairly physical game so far in this first frame as well. There you see a big hit thrown by Friedrich Handemark onto Adam Almquist. As this one will be sent cross ice. Handemark against Olofsson as this one is played into the corner. Now back the other way into the offensive zone is Olofsson. Feeds that one to Handemark, who gets turned around. And Malmquist controlling in his own zone now through the neutral ice. Widerstrom over to Olofsson. Olofsson, long shot, finds its way wide of the target. As this one will get played out to the neutral ice. Frölunda send it back the other way. Rasmus Dahlin into the offensive zone. Dahlin has that one poked away from him. Not coming away with it is Anderson. Now, Hjalmarsson trying to feed that one out front, bouncing around in the circle, finds its way behind the net now. Kim Rosedal throwing a check there against Joel Lundqvist as the puck finds its way to Forsell. Forsell to Anderson. Anderson behind the net now. Sending this one out to center, but no further, as Siglet plays it right to Gunnarsson, gloves that one out of the air and drops it for Anderson. Anderson up the ice, through the neutral ice, trying to feed Max Gertz. Intercepted, however, moved back the other way by Hjalmarsson. Grundstrom with the shot right on, and Gunnarsson with a nice blocker save. Grundstrom in the corner. Will feed this one down low. Now Olsen from his own end boards will lift this one all the way down the ice. Coming away with it is Norstebo. Off the boards, and now controlling is Pontus Westerholm into the offensive zone, trying to feed that one out front, and now we've got a penalty upcoming here. I believe it's going to go against Malmö. And it's going to be an interference call with 3:58, 4 minutes remaining here in the first period. As Frölunda will get their first man advantage of the game and look to pull themselves back within one. As it's going to be Lawson taking the interference call as he takes his man hard into the net. Stallberg runs over Gunnarsson as well. Face off coming to the left of Gunnarsson. Lundqvist now will be waved out of the circle. Placed by Westerholm. Scramble draw. Malmö able to come away with it. They'll send it the length of the ice to start this power play. Is fed in deep. Antilla in his own corner, battling there against Westerholm. Hjalmarsson able to come away with it. Still throw this up to the half board. Says Frölunda look to get set up. Dahlin down low. Behind the net now. Along the end boards, back to Westerholm. And now behind the net, carried by Hjalmarsson. Back to Westerholm. Back to Hjalmarsson, to Dahlin. Rasmus Dahlin with the wrist shot. That one steered aside by Gunnarsson. Adam Malmquist controlling now. Playing this one to Olofsson, and now a broken stick from Dahlin as he lets that one-timer go wide of the net, as this one will be run around the boards and all the way back into the Frölunda zone. Bit of a frustrating play there for Rasmus Dahlin as that one-timer shatters the stick. Now Olofsson through the neutral ice into the offensive zone is Jan Mersic. Top of the circle, dishes to the half boards. Now Victor Olofsson in the slot, lets a shot go, but it hits a body and deflects all the way back to the center line. Victor Olofsson, always dangerous, led the league in goals scored with 27 in the regular season, as Malmö will send this one the length of the ice. .30 remaining on the man advantage as Frölunda into the offensive zone. Jan Mersic turning back and sending it to the blue line. Gets it back now from the half boards, from the circle. He'll feed this one down low. Poked over the stick of Donovan, but he's able to glove it out of the air and sends it in deep. Mersac controlling in the corner, back to Donovan. Donovan to the top of the circle, now to Mersac. Mersac from the dot, lets a heavy shot go. Gunnarsson with the save, rebound out front, cleared away from danger as it's sent to the corner. And now this one will be played all the way around the boards, and Olofsson able to control as he'll play this one in deep with 2 minutes remaining. Big hit thrown on Jan Mersic along the end boards, back to 5-on-5 action. Frölunda though, almost a late opportunity there as Malmö will send this one off the boards back into the Frölunda zone. They'll get a full change going to get some fresh legs on the ice as Matt Donovan from behind his own net will look to start out now. Donovan through the neutral ice will play this one up along the right side. Coming away with it is Ekberg, or no, he doesn't, as this one finds its way into the corner. Stallberg controlling, playing this one to Christopher N. N trying to center out front, back to the line. Now Westerholm gets, or rather Nyberg gets run over. Puck finds its way back to the line. Christopher Ann able to regain possession. And still with possession of the puck, over to Siglet with a shot that hits like Neil Anderson out front, deflected wide. From the corner now, Ekberg will play this one around the boards, all the way back into the neutral ice, and Frölunda coming away with it. Jonathan Siglet controlling now. He'll play this one up along the right side. Now back to Siglet. Siglet behind the net. Almquist. Back the other way. We'll play this one off the boards, but banged away from him at the blue line, as this one is forced back into the Frölunda zone. .30 seconds remaining in the first period. Stefan Warg at the line. Over to his defensive partner, Jens Olsen with the shot. That one off the blocker and into the corner. As Widerstrom comes away with it, and he'll send this one back into the Malmö zone, but not very deep. As the Redhawks look to work it back, as they do, into the Frölunda zone. Rasmus Dahlin taken off this puck by Howdem by getting some help from Norstavo. Takes it back is Howdem. And Rasmus Dahlin comes away with it as Frölunda look to work it back the other way. They'll lift this one softly down the ice. That'll do it for the first period as Malmö strike twice on the man advantage early in the first period and carry a 2-0 lead into the second frame. Take a look now at the stats from the first period. Shots on goal 10-9 in favor of Frölunda. And so the last time we looked at this with about 8.5 minutes to play in the first period, Malmö had 10 shots, Frölunda had just 2. So not only did Frölunda kind of turn things around and get more shots in the later half of that first period, they also denied the Redhawks any more opportunities. Missed shots 5 apiece, hits 8-5 in favor of Frölunda. Faceoffs 12-7 in favor of Malmö. 3 power play opportunities for the Redhawks, 7 power play shots and 2 power play goals. 1 power play opportunity for Frölunda, 2 power play shots, but weren't able to capitalize on the man advantage. Who you see right there with 9 saves in that first period. And on the other side of the ice, Johan Gustafsson facing 11 shots, making 9 saves. And we are set to go for puck drop here on the second frame. Lundqvist facing off against Forsell, as Forsell is able to win this one back to Warg in their own zone, as Warg will play this one cross ice to Ekberg, who throws this one up to his own blue line. Forsell has to play it back to Warg in their own zone. And back the other way, denied the opportunity to move in there by Frölunda as they'll sweep this one in deep. Hard check along the boards there as Malmö control out to the neutral ice. He'll send this one cross ice. Coming away with it in his own zone is Almquist, as he'll throw this one to Rasmus Dahlin, who plays this one off the boards up the ice. And this one will be stopped up behind the net. And Jens Olsen coming away with it. Olsen through the neutral ice. Malmö into the offensive zone along the right side. Playing this one over to the far circle. The shot right on Jens Olsen with a wrister from the top of the circle. And Gustafsson able to hold on as he squeezes that one under his arm with 45 seconds elapsed here in the second frame. Four hits so far for Lundqvist already in this game, as he certainly loves to throw his weight around. Now it looks like we've got a bit of a delay due to something issue with the Malmö net, but it looks like we're good to go now. This one back to the half boards as this one will be fired into the corner. Now Olofsson coming away with it. He'll play this one back to the line to Anderson. Anderson to Olofsson. Now coming away with it. And we'll leave it back at the line for Olsen. As now we'll get a bit of a cycle going here along the boards. Frölunda able to move it back the other way as Grundstrom will play this one out to Mersak. Mersak into the offensive zone, pulling it to the backhand. Good stand-up defensive play there by Niels Anderson, however, to deny him an opportunity on net. Puck finds its way back to the line, and now just about too many men on the ice there for Frölunda, but Malmö work it into the offensive zone. Drop pass, top of the circle, can't find a shooting lane. He gets turned around as this one finds its way back to the line, but not out. Now Frölunda will work it back the other way, and no, they won't. They'll turn back into their own zone. Through the neutral ice, he gets tripped up, and Malmö come away with it. As Arell will play this one to Mantilla. Mantilla out through the neutral ice, intercepted by Frölunda as they'll work it back the other way into the offensive zone. Westerholm gets tripped up. And Frölunda controlling at center will fire this one into the Malmö zone. Arell now behind his own net. Playing this one off the boards and out to neutral ice. Rasmus Dahlin controlling behind his own net will play this one cross ice. Into the offensive zone now from the half boards. Sharp angle attempt right on. Gunnarsson with the blocker save and covers up for the stoppage. Face-off coming to the left of Gunnarsson. This one finds its way into the corner. Now Ward from behind his own net will play this one up to the blue line and all the way back out to center as this one poked back into the Frölunda zone as Rasmus Dahlin controls. Playing this one off the boards into the Malmö end. Christopher Ann in the corner will play this one around to the far corner. Sharp angle attempt wide of the net. Christopher Ann all the way back to the line to Dahlin. Rasmus Dahlin with the wrister right on. And Gunnarsson gloves that one out of the air and holds on for the stoppage. With just under 3 minutes elapsed here in the second period. Face off to the left of Gunnarsson. Frölunda win this one back out of the reach, however, of John Nyberg as he's forced back into his own zone, gets taken down. So he plays it back up to the blue line. And now Joel Lundqvist will play this one cross ice. Into the offensive zone, trying to split the defenseman. Good poke check there as that one is blockered aside by Gunnarsson. Jonathan Sigalet playing this one to Olofsson. Victor Olofsson now in the circle. Back to the line. That shot by Nyberg wide of the net, collected by Widerstrom. Widerstrom back to the line. And now Nyberg will play this along the half boards. Quick turnaround shot just wide of the net. Sigalet controlling along the half boards now. He'll play this one into along the end boards. As this one finds its way back to the blue line. And now Forsell in the corner. We'll poke this one out to the blue line. Or rather Matt Donovan. And now Jan Mersak can't hold on to the puck as this one gets poked back the other way, and this will be an icing call going against Malmö. Face-off in the neutral ice, controlled now by Donovan, who lets that one fly. Gloved out of the air and worked back the other way now by Malmö. From center, he'll fire this one in deep. And Frölunda coming away with it as this one is sent cross ice. Hjalmarsson now all alone on the doorstep, lets the shot go, he rings it off the post. And hard into the net there was Friedrich. Handemark Carl Grundström so close to bringing it back within one for Frölunda. Nice outlet pass. And then Hjalmarsson dishes over to Grundström, who got behind the defense, rings it off the side of the post, and then Handemark goes hard into Gunnarsson. Face off coming to the right of Gunnarsson. This one is one into the corner, controlled by Arell, who will rip this one around the boards, and now controlled by Howdem. Handemark playing this one in deep behind the Frölunda net, controlled by Almqvist. We'll play it over to Dahlin. Rasmus Dahlin through the neutral ice. He'll gain center, sends this one into the far corner. As As this one gets poked up into the air, and Malmö will sweep this one out to neutral ice, but kicked right back in by Dahlin as Tuukka Mantilla controls. We'll send this one to Howdem. Lucas Howdem plays this one in deep along the inboards. Moving away with it now is Christopher N. As he plays that one back to Dahlin. Rasmus Dahlin playing this one out to the neutral ice, and now Frölunda back into the offensive zone. This one gets poked back out to the neutral ice as Malmö work it back the other way. Poked away from Rakshani there by Sigalet. Sigalet will play this one to Nyberg. Nyberg now controlling along the half boards. He'll flip this one out to neutral ice. Hustling to catch up with it is Freiberg. Freiberg taken off as the puck is Lawson. Comes away with it in his own zone. Malmö working it back the other way now. Through the neutral ice into the offensive zone along the left side. He'll fire that one off the inboards. Freiberg controlling now as he sends this one cross ice. And that one will be sent into the Malmö end. No icing on the play. Heavy check thrown there against Rosalie Olsen. Then a couple players come together as Malmö work it back the other way now. Some good end-to-end hockey here. Drop pass into the offensive zone. Top of the circle shot. Hits a body, deflects to the slot as Rosalie Olsen plays it back to neutral ice. No further than center. However, as Arell sends this one right back in. Matt Donovan now controlling behind his own net will play this one over to Norstabo, who plays it up to the line, but not out as Arell will sweep it back into the Frölunda zone. But now it finds its way all the way back into the Malmö end as Tuukka Mantilla controls. Mantilla playing this one around the boards to Forsell as he'll get run over along the half boards. Now along the inboards, this one will be played back around, controlling along the half boards now. He'll get back to his feet, but gets tripped up. And now Frölunda controlling in the offensive zone. It's Widerstrom getting run over. So the physicality ramps up in this one. And now we've got a charging penalty upcoming here to Malmö. It's going to be Friedrich Storm, it looks like. And so Frölunda will get their second man advantage of the game. Very physical period here in the second. Fairly physical first as well. As this faceoff will come to the right of Gunnarsson. Forsberg against Mersak. Clean win back to Olofsson as he'll play this one. No, they'll whistle it dead. Faceoff once again to the right of Gunnarsson. Forsberg and Mersak once again back to the line. Olofsson controlling top of the circle. Victor Olofsson from the dot can't get a shot away. That one taken away from him, but Freiberg gets it back. Played into the corner now. And this one will be rung around the boards. And Malmö come away with it as they work it back the other way, short-handed. Into the offensive zone is Wemmenborn, Axel Wemmenborn. Will play this one all the way back around the boards. Now Olofsson taking off the puck there. Frölunda working back the other way. Down Mersak up along the left side into the offensive zone. Now into the corner as Freiberg will play it behind the net. Where is it? That pops up in the air right to Gunnarsson in the crease, who will hold on for a stoppage with 12:39 remaining here in the second frame. 1:12 remaining on the man advantage. Stefan Warg certainly playing physical in here in game number 4. Face-off coming to the left of Gunnarsson. Clean win back to the line. Dahlin will play this one over to Almquist. Almquist looking for the pass out front. That one denied by Gunnarsson as Malmö will look to work it back the other way. They'll fire this one all the way down the ice. Gertz first to, or rather Rosedal first to arrive at the puck. As he gets hard and run over hard into the boards. And Malmö back into their own zone will kill some extra time here on the man advantage. This one gets fired into the Frölunda zone. Now Daniel Zar is tripped up. And this is going to be a penalty upcoming here to Frölunda. And we'll get some 4-on-4 for the next 41 seconds. And this is certainly going to be a tripping call. And it's going to go against Adam Almqvist. Here you see Almqvist just catches the leg of Forsberg. Takes it out from under him. Here you see Gunnarsson with a nice adjustment save after that puck deflects. Not too sure whether that would have counted had it gone in, as it looked like he got interfered with by Patrick Westerholm cutting across the top of the crease. But some 4-on-4 action for the next 40 seconds before Malmö will get their 4th man advantage of the game. Capitalized on 2 already. This one will be swept into the corner, and Donovan will come away with it. This one gets played up the boards, and now Frölunda controlling in their own zone. Rasmus Dahlin back the other way through the neutral ice into the offensive zone. Dahlin between his legs. Rasmus Dahlin can't get a shot away as Dahlin is tripped up. Now coming away with it is Mats Rosli Olsson. Rosli Olsson in the corner, taken off the puck hard by Ekberg. Now along the half boards. Back to the line. That one poked away from him. He loses his stick, however, trying to kick it out to neutral ice. And now taken back by the Indians into the offensive zone. That's Rosli Olsson feathering this one out front. Gunnarsson will hold on for the stoppage. And now Hjalmarsson throwing some cross checks and a punch there after the whistle. But Malmö will now have a man advantage for the next minute 12 seconds as they can extend this lead to 3. Face-off coming to the right of Gunnarsson. Back to the line. As Frölunda will send this one in deep. Malmö behind their own net will look to start out on the man advantage. They've got numbers through center ice. Alvarez into the offensive zone. He'll stop up along the half boards. Feeds this one in deep. Sigalet, however, able to intercept. Not able to clear the line, however, as Malmö gets set up. Jens Olsson from the top of the zone. Now Daniel Zar will switch up with him. He'll play back to Olsson with the one-time shot. That one whistles wide. Zar collecting now as he'll try to play this one in deep to the corner. Gets to Gertz. Gertz will play this one behind the net. Now back to Gertz in the corner. Gertz back to the line to Zar. Zar over to Olsson. Olsson back to Zar with the one-time shot. Hits a body out front, sacrificing the body there with Jonathan Sigalet. Zar trying to send it cross ice. Alvarez in the slot. That one gets feathered over the net. Couldn't quite make as much contact with it as he would have hoped. As Malmö continuing to pressure here on the man advantage. That shot off the leg of Sigalet as Olsson will feed this one over to the far corner. That one sent right on. Gustafsson with the save. Bouncing puck in the crease. Still loose. Gustafsson will cover up with the blocker as he gets turned around but holds on to it with the glove rather. And just 6 seconds left here on the man advantage for the Redhawks as they were very close to taking a 3-0 lead here in game 4. Send it off the back of Gustafsson, it looked like, or looking for any kind of redirect out front. Gustafsson able to cover up for the stoppage. Turned completely around from that play. Face-off coming to his left now. Lundqvist lining up against Forsell, the 2 number 20s. Face-off. Back to the line as Malmö gets set up late in the man advantage. Anderson from the top of the circle. It's the shot go. He rings it off the crossbar. Big rebound out front. Clear to the line, but not out as Jens Olsson continues to control. He'll play this one in deep for Rosedal. Rosedal now from the corner. Back to the line to Anderson. Anderson cutting to the front of the net. Niels Anderson gets taken down hard in the crease. And Frölunda able to come away with it with less than 10 minutes to play here in the second period. Able to kill off that penalty. Behind the net now to Lundqvist, who sends that one off the side of the net. Olsson able to control behind his own net as he'll play it now to Mantilla. Tuukka Mantilla playing this one up to the blue line, and Malmö work it back the other way. Forsell into the offensive zone. He'll stop up in the corner, now back to the line. That one poked away from him. And Malmö controlling, but good stick lift forces Howdem back out to his own zone. Lucas Howdem along the end boards. He'll get taken down behind the net. And now Stallberg behind the net. Coming away with it, however, is Mantilla. Frölunda take it back in their own zone. He'll throw this, or in the offensive zone rather, as Arell can't collect in his own, along his own boards as Frölunda play this one back to the line. Now Donovan with the one-time attempt hits a body out front, sacrificing the body there was Olofsson as he'll hold on, or as that one will find its way out of play. And we'll have a stoppage. Take a look now at stats. Shots on goal, 14-12 in favor of the Redhawks. So neither team with a whole lot of shots in this second period. Frölunda with just 3, Malmö with just 4. Missed shots 9-8 in favor of Frölunda. Hits 12-8 in favor of Frölunda. Face-offs 16-15 in favor of the Redhawks. Power plays 4-2 for Malmö. 9 power play shots for the Redhawks. So all but 5 of their shots so far have come on the man advantage. Their power play currently 50% efficiency as they scored twice on the man advantage, and their penalty killing currently 100%. Let's take a look at the other game going on at the moment as Farjestad with a 1-0 lead over Skellefteå, battling for their lives. And I believe it was Alari Malart getting the first goal of the game in that one. There we see the shot from Anderson rung off the iron as he was looking for his second of the game. Wemenborn lining up against Mersak. Back to the line, Rasmus Dahlin controlling. Dahlin from the top of the circle lets the shot go. That one off a body and up and over the glass for a stoppage with 8:44 remaining here in the second frame. Face-off coming to the right of Gunnarsson. Forsell playing this one, or rather Ekberg playing this one up to Forsell, who will lift it into the Frölunda zone. Almquist pestered off the puck there by Arell, who plays it out front. Out of the reach of Wemenborn, however, as Frölunda try to work it back the other way. This will be an icing call going against Frölunda with less than 8.5 minutes to play here in the second frame. There you see getting underway at 6 o'clock this evening. Karlskrona and Timrå kick off the relegation tournament as Anderson lets one fly from the line, hits Grundstrom out front. Frölunda will work it back the other way. Malmö taking it back in their own zone, but Grundstrom able to hold it in, but no longer, as Rasmus Dahlin will play this one to Adam Almquist. Up the ice now is Jens Olsen along his own headboards. Was centered out front, cleared away from danger, however. Good stick there from Saar. Laid down low and now back to the corner. Battling in the corner now is Freiberg. Coming away with it. He'll work this back the other way. Daniel Czar taking off the puck as Freiberg collects. And he'll work this into the offensive zone. Freiberg trying to feather it out front. Good poke check there from Olsen. Couldn't complete the pass to Henn. Back to the half boards from the circle. He'll play this one down low. Back to the line. Nyberg controlling now. That one off the end boards. Freiberg now can't control as Olsen will. Jens Olsen lifting this one out to neutral ice. And now Frölunda controlling into the offensive zone. Nice moves. Mats Rosley Olsen. He's going to draw a penalty as well. It's going to be a slash, I believe, upcoming here to Malmö. And there you see right there from Kim Rosedal. Slashes Rosley Olsen right in the hands. And Frölunda with another man advantage. An opportunity to cut this lead in half. Face-off coming to the left of Gunnarsson. Forsell, clean win back to his own corner. Mantilla taking off the puck. He's able to move it behind the net, however, as this one will be flipped out to the blue line and all the way back to center. So Rasmus Dahlin retreats back into his own zone. And now playing it to Almquist. Adam Almquist behind his net. Playing this one up the boards. Intercepted, however, is Malmö short-handed. Controlling the offensive zone. It's Olofsson in the corner. Playing this one in front of the net, but Frölunda intercept and take it back. This one gets swept into the corner. Joel Lundqvist there against Stefan Ward. And now a shot right on, and Gunnarsson with a great save. Denying Hjalmarsson on the doorstep as Frölunda continue to pressure here on the man advantage. In the corner now, this one will get sent back to the line to Almquist. Almquist playing this one, and now top of the circle to Lundqvist as this one gets played down low. Now walking right out front, backhanded opportunity sent wide by Hjalmarsson. Rasmus Dahlin controlling. Down to Hjalmarsson. Hjalmarsson with the backdoor pass, tipped away from his intended target and all the way back to center ice. As Almquist playing this one up the boards. And Malmö controlling now. It's a delayed offside for Frölunda. As this one will be played back down into the Indian zone. Donovan behind his own net. Now back the other way is the Indians as Olofsson will play this one to Mersak. Jan Mersak stopping up along the half boards. As Frölunda looks to get set up, Mersak still with possession of the puck. He'll play it back to the line to Olofsson, who works this one down to the half boards. Olofsson to Mersak. He'll poke this one. Poke this one over to Freiberg, who plays it back to the line to Donovan. Now Olofsson with the shot, whistles that one up high. From the half boards now, Freiberg poked off the puck, gets it back at the blue line, however. And Olofsson looking back door, finds the pass. Gunnarsson at the top of the crease, bouncing around in the top of the crease, and he couldn't quite finish it off. As Malmö will send this one back to center, but no further, as this one gets swept in deep. Malmö coming away with it. They'll still be played off the boards and out to neutral ice. And Frölunda slowly out to neutral ice as this one finds its way back in the Malmö zone. Arell now controlling as Malmö work it back the other way. Into the offensive zone along the left side is Rosedal out of the box. Shot wide of the net. Big rebound off the inboards collected by Forsell. Back to the line. And now Ekberg will sweep this one in deep for Rosedal. Leaves it there for Storm. But has that one taken away by Christopher N. In the neutral ice now. Nobody collects the puck. Pulled up underneath Forsberg, it looks like. This one just pinned right in front of that Malmö gate. And still nobody able to take possession of this. And now Malmö will, as they'll fire it down into the Frölunda zone. Around the boards. This one will be poked up to neutral ice. Cross ice pass now. As Sigalet will fire this one wide of the net, and that one finds its way in. Victor Olofsson brings Frölunda back within one. Victor Olofsson with his second goal of the playoffs has Frölunda some life here in the second period. And that one deflects off the skate of Niels Andersson out front and past Gunnarsson. Malmö will fire this one in deep. Coming away with it is Gustafsson behind his own net. Just over 3 minutes to play here in the second period. As Malmö trying to take it back. They will in the neutral ice as this one gets flipped into the Frölunda zone. Gustafsson stopping this one up as Rasmus Dahlin gets taken down hard by Axel Wemmenborn. .258 to play here in the second period. As Frölunda on the scoreboard cuts that lead in half. Face-off coming to the right of Gustafsson. Forsell can't win this one back. Donovan will play it behind his own net. Now along the half boards as Frölunda work it back the other way. Through the neutral ice, this one gets poked into the offensive zone. Mersak will play it in deep. From the corner now, Mersak. From the half boards, this one gets played into the corner. Coming away with it is Mersak along the end boards. Back to the line. Over to Donovan. Donovan will play this one in deep. Mersak comes away with it. Back to the line. Matt Donovan with the shot. That one whistles wide. Mersak controlling in the corner for London now with some life in this second period. As they get some good sustained possession here in the offensive zone. Chop to the corner. Mersak coming away with it. Back to the line. Swept in deep. Hjalmarsson in the corner. As Lundqvist plays this one around the boards. Malmö struggling to get out of their own zone at the moment. Now Donovan from the circle lets the shot go. It's a mess of bodies out front. Doesn't find its way on target. This one played behind the net. Now Stolberg out front has that one sent wide. Stolberg in the corner as this one gets played around the boards. Back to the line now, controlled by Westerholm. Looks like Frölunda has had a man advantage for the last minute or so as Malmö just not able to move out of their own zone. Last minute of play here in the second frame as Sigalet controls. Jonathan Sigalet playing this one down low. Played around the boards now. Back to the top of the circle. That shot off a body doesn't find its way on target. Now Malmö will send this the length of the ice. Not enough for icing, however, as Gustafsson out of his net will throw this one into the neutral ice and into the offensive zone was Christopher N. As he'll play this one into the corner. From the end boards now. Corner. That one gets played behind the net. Arell off the boards, out to neutral ice, and all the way back into the Frölunda zone. Handemark. Centering out front, can't get it back, can't get it on target, however. As Handemark as Howdem behind the net. One last attempt out front, and that one harmlessly through the crease as the buzzer sounds. And 40 minutes in the bag as Malmö with the 2-1 lead heading into the third period of play. Let's take a look now at second period stats. Shots on goal 7-4 in favor of Frölunda, so Malmö really not getting much going in that second period as well. Not getting much going at all. This shot 7-3 in favor of Frölunda. Hits are 4 apiece in that second frame. Faceoffs 11-7. 2 power play opportunities for Frölunda. 1 power play shot. 1 power play opportunity for Malmö. 2 power play shots. Both teams with 100% penalty killing in that second frame. Taking a look now at full game stats. Shots on goal 16-15 in favor of the Indians. Missed shots 12-8, and so not a whole lot of shots through 2 periods of play. Hits are 12-9 in favor of Frölunda. Faceoffs 19-18 in favor of Malmö. 4 power play opportunities for Malmö. 9 power play shots. 3 power play opportunities for Frölunda. 3 power play shots Penalty killing 100% for Malmö, 50% for Frölunda, and power play 50% for the Redhawks. Not necessarily they won't be able to hold on here, but I do think that Frölunda, given the way they've played over the last couple of games, will probably be able to either tie this one up or at least get one goal here in the third period, which is why I think Malmö need at least one more if they hope to come away with the win. As Warg in the corner controlling now. Back to the line, but not out. Frölunda now along the half boards as this one gets thrown in deep. Adam Lundqvist down into the corner. Behind the net now as this one gets fed back up to the line and all the way back into the Frölunda zone. As this one finds its way around the boards and behind the net, collected and moved out now by Rasmus Dahlin, who gets turned back in his own zone. He'll throw that one over to the empty side. Elmerson coming away with it as he'll throw this one up through the neutral ice. And this will be an icing call. Or no, won't. No icing on the play. As Malmö will try to work it back the other way. Into the offensive zone now is Howdem. This one finds its way into the end boards. Pinned against the boards there in the Frölunda zone. Got both Sigel and Nyberg there as Frölunda is able to come away with it. They'll work it back the other way. Hjalmarsson cross ice pass out of the reach of Grundstrom as this one will come right to Gunnarsson, who plays it over to the half boards. Hjalmarsson playing it into the corner to Grundstrom. Grundstrom back to the line. Donovan lets the shot go, but some interference out front there from Jan Mersak. Will have this face off back in the neutral ice as he gets tied up with Gunnarsson. And after 10 goals and 10 assists in 15 games in the regular season, Jan Mersak has been a little bit quiet here in the playoffs. Just one assist in the first 3 games and 2 periods here in game 4. And now a shot right on by Widerstrom is sent up and over the net. Looked like Gunnarsson got a piece of that one with the blocker. Long shot. Hits a body, doesn't find its way on target as Malmö work it back the other way now. Arell over to Rakshani. Cross ice pass, trying to settle down the bouncing puck. There was Alvarez as he'll sweep this one in deep all the way around the boards to the far half boards. Tuukka Mantilla pinching down low is able to play this behind the net. Alvarez back to Mantilla. Mantilla throwing that one into the empty corner as Donovan coming away with it. And now Norstabo works it back the other way. From center, he'll fire this one in deep all the way around the boards. Now Malmö comes away with it as Czar will work it back the other way. Into the offensive zone, dishes to the left side to Gertz. Gertz with a quick turnaround shot to the slot. And now collected, that one sent way over the net. Gertz hustling, will play this one back to the line, not able to hold it in, however, as Stefan Warg is forced back into his own zone to collect. Through the neutral ice, so this one gets played up along the right side. And now back the other way is Lundqvist as he'll play this one behind Malmö net. Bouncing puck at the side of the net, now controlled by Ekberg. Ekberg along his own endboards will play this one to the circle as Malmö work it back the other way now. Through the neutral ice into the offensive zone, he'll let that one fly. Blocker save there by Gustafsson. Forsell taken off the puck as Olofsson plays this out to neutral ice. Forsell back to Olsen. Over to Anderson. Cross ice pass into the Frölunda zone, not deep however as it gets played back out to center. And now controlling is Nyberg in his own zone as this one gets played to center ice. Now one taking it back at their own blue line. And now back the other way. This one will get sent into the corner in the Malmö zone. Along the inboards now, played out to the top of the circle, lets the shot go. That one hits a mess of bodies out front. Doesn't find its way on target as this one gets poked back out to the neutral ice. Siglet forced back into his own zone to collect. Jonathan Siglet, hard check along the inboards there, thrown by Lucas Howdem as Norstabo works it back the other way. Good defensive play there in the neutral ice to take it back. Brett Rakshani as he'll play this one off the boards out to Arell, or over to Arell. Nicholas Arell now out of his own zone. Along the left side to Rakshani. Rakshani in the corner, pestered there by Matt Donovan as he'll play to the half boards. Now Alvarez can't control. Into the corner, collected by Rakshani. Rakshani from the top of the circle, turns back. Rakshani still with possession of the puck. Drop pass back to the line. Long shot over the net. Lemonborn can't control as Frölunda will work it back the other way now. Through the neutral ice into the offensive zone along the right side. He'll stop up along the half boards as this one will be fed in deep. Tuukka Mantilla in the corner. Playing this one around the boards. Can't come away with it, however. And Frölunda back in their own zone will collect as this one is sent up along the left side. Christopher N into the offensive zone, centering out front. Heavy collision with Gunnarsson there as Freiberg goes hard into the net, and some Malmö Redhawks right after him as Gunnarsson gets absolutely run over. And Christopher N centering out front for Freiberg. And you can hear the Malmö fans reacting to that replay. As Forsberg definitely gives him a bit of a nudge into Gunnarsson. Head coach Peter Anderson looking for a call. I don't think he's going to get it, however, as Freiberg remains on the bench. Gunnarsson does remain out as he looks all right. Peter Anderson having a discussion with the referee. You see, Forsberg definitely gives him a nudge. Didn't have much time to try and stop either, as a couple of Redhawks go directly after him as well. Good poke check there from Max Gertz, though. That was the blade of his stick you saw poking that puck away from Freiberg. As we're back underway, Malmö controls in their own zone. As the Redhawks work this one back through the neutral ice into the offensive zone along the left side. That shot off the blocker of Gustafsson and over the glass for a stoppage. Ryan Lash no longer, well, not in this game. And that is the reason why. Anton Malari given a 3-game suspension for that hit as well. Hoping his team can hold on so he can play some more games in these playoffs. Frölunda faithful getting the chant going here inside Malmö Arena as this faceoff will be whistled dead. The Malmö fans responding in kind with a Malmö chant of their own. As the Redhawks control, Anderson with the shot. Big rebound out front, cleared away from danger. And sent the length of the ice as Anderson back in his own zone. Has his pocket picked there by Rosalie Olsen. We'll play this one in deep. Jens Olsen, or rather Forsberg, Christopher Forsberg taking off the puck. And now back the other way, Frölunda will control. Jonathan Sigalet along the left side. He'll fire this one in deep all the way around the boards. Played out to the neutral ice now as Frölunda controlling. Matt Donovan from center playing this one up to Grundstrom, who gets rubbed off the puck there. Lucas Howden in the corner. Howden controlling in the corner now as he takes a heavy check there. Frölunda battling to get this one back. Howden in the corner now. As this one gets played up to the half boards. Now back the other way. Coming away with it is Frölunda as Donovan will carry through the neutral ice. Donovan from the top of the circle sends that one on target, but Gunnarsson with the right pad save as Wemenborn controls. Here you see at the top there, score update, Dick Axelsson making it 2-0 for Färjestad. With about 16 minutes to play in that game. Färjestad battling for their playoff lives. As Ekberg controls from his end boards. And this one up to the half boards, taken back however by Westerholm. Now this one will get played out to neutral ice all the way back into the Frölunda zone. Matt Donovan sending this one right on target. Niels Andersson coming away with it as he'll work it back the other direction. Andersson out to neutral ice. 3 players through the zone into the offensive zone. That shot whistles wide of the net. Taken down hard along the end boards there. Max Gertz battling to get it back as this one is poked to the corner. Coming away with it now is Christopher N. And playing this one cross ice over to Adam Malmquist, who will feather this one into the Malmö zone. Now sharp angle all the way over to the far half boards. In the corner, down low now. Malmö working it back the other way through the neutral ice. Turn back at center ice, however, as he sends it back into his own zone. Malmö in the midst of a change as Gunnarsson stops it up behind the net for Arell. Cross ice pass into the offensive zone now is Storm with the shot. Sends that one off the stick of Nyberg. Storm now mixing it up behind the net after the whistle. 11:50 remaining here in the third period. 2-1, the score remains in favor of the Malmö Redhawks. Face-off now coming to the left of Gustafsson with 11:50 to play. Waved out of the circle now is Joel Lundqvist. Ekberg controlling, he'll let that one go. Can't get through, however. As Widerstrom controls in his own zone, he'll play this over to his own corner to his defenseman. As Frölunda start back the other way, up along the right side, this one will get tipped into the Malmö end. Stefan Ward taking a check there. As Ekberg takes a heavy check in the corner, stays on his feet. From the half boards, this one will get played back to the line. That shot right on, Gunnarsson with the save at the top of the crease as he holds on for a stoppage as Lundqvist mixing things up with Howdem in front of the net after the whistle. Couple of hard checks here thrown by a pair of Frölunda players. Ekberg gets a heavy shoulder to shoulder there from Joel Lundqvist. Face-off coming to the right of Gunnarsson. And now Arell will play this to his own corner. Back to the line, not out. Dahlin holds it in. Into the corner. Victor Olofsson controlling. Olofsson sweeping this one in deep. Mersak there to receive. And now Malmö will work it back the other way through the neutral ice. And this is going to be offside on Rakshani, who couldn't stay onside there. And now we'll take a look at some stats so far. Shots on goal 19-18 in favor of the Indians. Missed shots 13-10 in favor of Frölunda. Hits 14-12 in favor of Frölunda. Oh, my apologies. Not quite time for a power break. About 60 seconds remaining before we get there. Back to the line now, controlled by Malmö as this one is sent cross ice. This one will be fired over the glass off a stick. And we'll have a stoppage with 10:45 remaining here in the third frame. Face-off coming to the left of Gustafsson. Behind the net now, controlled, and now played up to the half boards. Cross-ice pass. Getting this one off the boards, out to neutral ice. Daniel Czar into the offensive zone along the right side. Czar controlling in the corner now. Top of the circle, that shot fanned on by Max Gertz. And Frölunda trying to work it out of their own zone. As this is going to be delayed offside here for Malmö. Giving Frölunda an opportunity to pick up the puck and move it back the other way. From center, bouncing puck collected by Christopher End, who plays it into the corner. Forsell now controlling, as he'll play this one up the boards. More stable battling there as this puck finds its way out to neutral ice and taken back by Frölunda. Matt Donovan controlling now in his own zone. Will play this one around the boards. Coming away with it is Norstabo. Cross-ice pass. But Donovan is Frölunda struggling to get out of their own zone at the moment, but now Joel Lundqvist into the offensive zone along the left side. Trying to feed that through the slot. He does as it finds its way to Hjalmarsson. Over to Donovan at the top of the circle. That shot hits a stick and deflects up and over the mesh, or over the glass for a stoppage. And now we can take a look at some stats as we have a quick power break here. Shots on goal 19-18 in favor of the Indians. Missed shots 13-10. Also in favor of Frölunda, as are the hits 14-12. Face-offs 25-20 in favor of Malmö. 4 power play opportunities for the Redhawks, 9 power play shots, so half their shots, the Redhawks shots, have come on the man advantage. 3 power play opportunities for Frölunda with just 3 power play shots. Malmö's 2 for 4 on the man advantage, so 50% power play and 100% penalty killing, as special teams have been working for Malmö this evening. Taking a look now at the other game, as Färjestad with the 2-0 lead over Skellefteå in game number 4, as they look to force a game number 5. They find themselves down 3-0. And as I mentioned on previous broadcasts, no SHL team has ever come back from a 3-0 deficit to win. There have been a few cases of teams coming back to force a game 7, but just not able to finish it off. And so Färjestad at the moment, not looking great for them if history is any indication. Face-off coming to the left of Gunnarsson. Scramble draw in the circle, finds its way into the corner. Olofsson up to the half boards. From the corner now, Grundstrom, or from the line I should say, Grundstrom, and now taken back by Mantilla. As that one is knocked out of the air with a high stick. No whistle on the play. Jan Mursak takes his man down, but moved back the other way now by Olofsson. Olofsson turns back at the blue line. Now we'll dump it into the far corner. All the way around to the half boards. Behind the net now, controlled by Almquist. Through the neutral ice, that one gets tipped into the offensive zone. Played down along the inboards. In the corner now, this one will be played up to the half boards. Sigel in there, trying to take it back as it finds its way back to the line, but not out. This one is played over and now to the half boards. Down low. And in the slot, bouncing in the crease. Gunnarsson able to make the save as he holds on for the stoppage with 8:18 remaining here in the third frame. Face-off coming to the right of Gunnarsson. As this one finds its way back to the line to Norstabo. And now this one will be played in deep. Mantilla along his own end boards, throws a check there, remains in possession of the puck, taken down to his knees, and is able to kick this one to Arell. Nicholas Arell will send this one down into the Frölunda zone as Norstabo controls in his own end. Norstabo at center will fire this one cross ice. Henry Olmerson has that one taken away. Storm able to move this one to Forsberg, who plays it over to Rakshani, who plays it down in for Stefan Ward. This one tipped into the offensive zone, up in the air. Friedrich Hanemark leaves it behind at the bottom of the circle. Back to the line. One-time attempt right on. Clean look at it all the way for Gustafsson as he takes that one right in the crest and holds on for the stoppage with less than 7.5 to play. Back the other way now as this one will get flipped into the Malmö zone. Rosalie Olsen in the corner. In the circle now is Christopher N as he'll play it back to the line as this one gets sent deep into the Malmö end, all the way around the boards up to the half boards. Anderson into the boards, but now moved back the other way by Rakshani. The late offside here for Frölunda as they touch up and are right back in. Jens Olsen controlling in his own zone. Blows a tire and gives up the puck. As Frölunda will turn around, send this one into the offensive zone. Victor Olofsson trying to walk out front. Big rebound out front. Still loose in the crease and somehow manages to stay out as Frölunda still pressuring here. Christopher N for Victor Olofsson. Olofsson with the shot. Sends it off the side of the net. As Malmö controlling now, they'll send it out to neutral ice. Poked back in, delayed offside here for Frölunda as that'll be touched up by Christopher N. This will be an intentional offside, which means this faceoff will come all the way back in the Frölunda zone with 6:25 remaining here in the third period. As you see, Jens Olsen blows a tire along the boards there, gives it back up to N, and then Christopher N sends this one back into the corner, which finds its way out front from Victor Olofsson. And then bouncing puck in front of the nets. Cleared away from danger by Jens Olsen. Face off to the left of Gustafsson. Coming away with it now is Kim Rosedal as he'll play this one around the boards. Friedrich Storm collecting along the half boards. Storm, one of the goal scorers early on in this one, as Frölunda working back the other way. Just out of the reach there of Widerstrom. Or Westerholm, however. Puck still finds its way deep into the Malmö zone. From the half boards now, this one gets played back to the line. Almquist sending this one cross ice to Dahlin, who sends that one off a stick and over the net. Almquist pinching down to the half boards. As Malmö come away with it, they'll send this one down out to center ice. Frölunda turn it back, however, as Dahlin will play this one in deep. Gunnarsson stops it up there for Nicholas Arell, who will play this one around the boards. Now Malmö will play it out to neutral ice. Back the other way into the Frölunda zone, not very deep, however, as Dahlin takes it back and works this out through center. He'll fire it into the empty corner. Ekberg turns back to his own end boards. Playing that one, and it's intercepted by Olofsson, top of the slot. Shot, Norstabo absolutely blocked out front, sacrificing the body and getting in front of that one. Gersak playing it back to his defenseman, who throws this one up to Grundstrom. Grundstrom into the offensive zone. And that one gets poked all the way back into the Frölunda end. And now Donovan starts out with less than 5 to play here in the third period. Matt Donovan into the offensive zone. Now centering out front, bouncing puck in front of the net. Nobody can quite make contact with it as Norstable will control at the line. Now to Donovan. Matt Donovan, sharp angle attempt. Gunnarsson with the save. Malmö coming away with it as Niels Andersson will retreat behind his own net. Pursued there by Jan Bursak as Andersson gets held up there as the fans hollering for a penalty. They won't find it. This will be an icing call going against Malmö with 4:31 remaining here in the third period. 2-1 the score remains in favor of the Redhawks. There you see Robin Alvarez in pain on his way to the bench, favoring that left knee. from the corner now. He gets tripped up behind the net. Malmö able to come away with it as they'll play this one off the boards out to neutral ice all the way down. This will be another icing call going against Malmö with 4:16 remaining here in the third period. Face-off coming to the right of Gunnarsson. Back to the line. Heavy shot steered aside or maybe just wide from Rasmus Dahlin as Hjalmarsson controls. He'll work this one down low. Hjalmarsson still with possession of the puck. One-time attempt from the circle right on. And Gunnarsson holds on for the stoppage with just over 4 minutes remaining here in the third frame. And that one was just wide from Rasmus Dahlin. Comes off the skate of the defender, Forsberg, out front. Just makes a little bit of contact with that heel. And forces it wide. Tuukka Mantilla laid out in the corner there. Back to his feet as Malmö struggling to get out of their own zone at the moment. Very similar to what was happening at the end of the second period. Frölunda weren't allowing Malmö anything or any opportunities as Arell coming away with it. We'll play this one to the corner. And now this one gets tipped out to neutral ice. Rasmus Dahlin in his own zone. We'll play this one over to Almquist. Almquist tripped up at center. Able to move it in, however. And now this one gets sent back the other way. Almquist recovers. Adam Almquist playing this one up to Victor Olofsson. Olofsson into the offensive zone, top of the circle shot, fans on it as Ward will lift this one high down the ice. Rasmus Dahlin playing this one cross ice for Sigalet. Jonathan Sigalet at center will send this one in from the slot, bouncing puck sent the length of the ice. No icing on the play, however, not enough for it. As Nyberg works it back the other way along the right side. Westerholm into the offensive zone will play this one in deep. Now puck finds its way all the way back out to neutral ice. And now to center. As this one gets fired into the offensive zone, Arell will chip that one off the boards. As this one finds its way back to the line, Sigalet. Long shot, tipped wide of the net. Westerholm controlling, trying to walk to the front of the net, taken back in the slot by Malmö. This one is lifted down the ice, not enough for icing. Gustafsson remains between the pipes in his net. Norstable controlling, as this one is played to Olofsson. Olofsson into the offensive zone. That shot right on Gunnarsson with a good blocker save, as this one is gloved to the blue line, but not out. Olofsson in the corner, taking off the puck back to his feet as he pins this one against the boards. Less than 2 minutes to play. Donovan will play this one in deep. Grundstrom behind the net has that one poked away. Stefan Warg is able to come away with it. Warg now in his own corner, trying to play it back behind the net, not able to. Puck pops up and now over to the half boards as this one gets chopped in the air out to neutral ice. Malmö will get a quick change going here to get some fresh legs on the ice. Being the home team, of course, they'll have the last change here in the third period. As Arell will play this one off the boards, not able to clear the zone as Grundstrom controls in the corner now. Carl Grundstrom gets drilled from behind hard into the boards, but coming away with it. This one from the slot, tipped away and back out to neutral ice. Empty net for the Indians now with 1:19 remaining here in the third period as they look to tie things up late in this one. And now trying to get to that puck as this one is collected by Hjalmarsson. And now not able to move in, Matt Donovan in the offensive zone, battling hard here against the boards. Multiple players there trying to just pin this one against the boards. Malmö trying to kill as much time as possible here. Jens Olsen pursuing into his own zone as this one gets played around to the far corner. Joel Lundqvist first to arrive at the puck. Lundqvist trying to play that one into the corner, but Stefan Warg doing a good job to take it back as he'll retreat behind his own net. Warg will play this one around the boards, back to the blue line, but not out as that one finds its way wide of the net. And now hustling over, Rakshani will play this one all the way down the ice. And it'll be an icing call going against Malmö with 35 seconds remaining here in the third frame. 2-1 the score remains in favor of the Red Hawks. And now a timeout here called by Frölunda as they get a game plan together for the last 35 seconds. Net empty, face off in the Malmö zone. And Malmö 35 seconds away from tying this series at 2 games apiece, and face-off win important for both teams here as Frölunda, with 6 skaters on the ice, look for a late game tire. Face-off coming to the left of Gunnarsson. Scramble draw. Nobody can come away with it just yet. Malmö will now, as Robin Alvarez gets tripped up out of his zone. Kim Rosedal into the offensive zone. Shot at the empty net, and he scores. Rosedal with the empty netter puts him on top by 2. And Malmö looks like they will tie this series at 2 games apiece. Red Hawk fans happy about that, as Rosedal gets his first of the playoffs. Gives them that insurance goal with 24 seconds to play. You see that real scramble draw. Alvarez gets tripped up right there on his way out of the zone. And Rosedal into the empty net. Gives Malmö the 3-1 lead. Redhawks controlling now off the restart as Arell will gain center, and he'll fire this one in deep. In the corner now, this one will be played up to the blue line and back into the Malmö zone. Tuukka Mantilla will send this one cross ice. Malmö happy to just pass this one around. They'll let time expire, and the Redhawks tie up this series at 2 games apiece with a 3-1 win, capped off by an empty netter by Kim Rosedal. And so this one will need at least 6 to find a winner in this series. Let's take a look now at third period stats. Shots on goal 8-5 in favor of the Indians. Missed shots 3-2 in favor of Frölunda. Hits 4 apiece. Faceoffs 10-7 in favor of the Redhawks. No power plays in that third period, so both teams remaining quite disciplined after special teams had been very busy in the first 2 periods. Excuse me. Let's take a look now at full game stats. Shots on goal 24-20 in favor of the Frölunda Indians. Missed shots 15-10 in favor of the Indians. Hits also in favor of Frölunda 16-13. Faceoffs 29-25 in favor of the Malmö Redhawks. Power plays 4 for the Redhawks, 3 for Frölunda. Malmö generating 9 power play shots and 2 power play goals. 3 power play shots for Frölunda, but Malmö with 50% power play in that game and 100% penalty killing. So special teams for the Redhawks really stepping up and performing here this evening. And those 2 goals, of course, came early on in the first period as Frölunda got into some early penalty trouble, and Malmö capitalized on 2 of 3 early penalty chances as Frölunda took 3 penalties in the first 5 minutes of that first period.